everyone, it's Katie from Paradise Falls family. And welcome back to our vlog series covering our 3-week trip to Florida, the Bahamas and the Deep South in August 2025. In today's video, we'll be giving a bit of a first timer's guide to SeaWorld, covering what you can get up to and how we spent our time. We appreciate that SeaWorld is a bit of a controversial destination. We've wrestled with this ourselves, but today we're just going to concentrate here on what you can get up to if you choose to visit. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, we're a family of 4 who love to travel the world together, and we create informative family travel vlogs. We cover the places we've visited and talk about our own experiences with the aim of helping you make the most of your family trip. We've covered loads of places already on our channel, from Europe to North America to Asia, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other videos. You can also find us on Instagram, TikTok, and we also have a website, www.adventuresxparadise.com, with our friends Adventures by Nap, which we're still adding to, but will eventually cover details of all of our trips, as well as guides to things like cruising, Walt Disney World, and other popular family destinations. So make sure to check all of that out when planning your trip, or if you're just looking for inspiration. So back to today's video and SeaWorld Orlando. There are tons of YouTube videos covering Orlando and all the things you can do, including SeaWorld, but we thought we'd do a bit of an overview and first timer's guide for the park for anyone out there who might not have visited before and is wondering where to start, or who hasn't been in a few years and is wondering what's new for 2025. We'll cover the park itself, the rides, the shows, the best restaurants, the extra activities on offer, how long you need, and give plenty of tips along the way. SeaWorld Orlando is one of Florida's most iconic theme parks, known for its unique blend of thrilling rides, incredible live shows, and up-close encounters with marine animals. Situated in the heart of Orlando, midway between Walt Disney World and Universal Studios, the park offers an exciting mix of attractions that cater to all ages, from adrenaline-pumping roller coasters to educational exhibits and interactive animal experiences. SeaWorld provides for a brilliant day out focused on the wonders of the ocean. First things first, what tickets should you get? If you're just interested in a single day at SeaWorld, you can just buy single day tickets, which is what we tend to normally do, and the prices range depending on when you want to visit. However, SeaWorld is actually part of the same ownership group that includes Aquatica, Discovery Cove and Busch Gardens. Therefore, you can often buy some good value combination tickets that include some or all of these parks. For example, we booked Discovery Cove tickets once, which happened to include SeaWorld admission for the next 14 days as well, so worked out great value for us. So make sure to shop around and think about which combination of parks you'll be visiting. If you are booking, then there are also various add-ons like dining packages, fast passes or animal encounters, so think about these as well. We usually don't bother with the dining package as it doesn't work out at great value for us, and we haven't tended to see the value in fast pass packages either, but we have booked several animal encounters in the past, which I'll talk about in a moment. The theme park itself is arranged around a large lake in the middle of the park, with attractions on either side. It can take a while to walk from one side of the park to the other, which means it helps if you plan your day a little to avoid crisscrossing around too much. We'll talk now about what you can get up to, but for SeaWorld we've broken these down into the 3 areas as they do on the SeaWorld map: animal connections, rides and shows and presentations. We'll start by talking through some of the shows. If you're interested in seeing some of the animal shows, you'll need to think carefully about how to structure your day to fit them all in. There are basically 3 main shows that run continuously throughout the year. The first of these is perhaps the show most associated with SeaWorld, and that's the Orca show. This takes place a couple of times a day over at the Orca Stadium on the right-hand side of the park. The show has been updated in recent years to try and make it more educational, but it still includes all of the usual jumps and splashes associated with the typical Orca show you've no doubt heard about over the years. I know lots of people have different views and opinions on this, but if you're here to see the animals, then this show is entertaining, and you can see the whales themselves at the viewing area before or after the show. If you want to get a little closer, you can book an orca whale up close tour or a Dine with Orcas lunch experience. We've done this meal on several occasions and really enjoyed it. You get a sit-down 3-course meal from a set menu with a couple of different choices with a poolside view of the orcas. While you eat, the trainers give a talk and show off some of the training techniques and behaviours that give a lot more information than you get from the main show. It really is a very interesting experience seeing these beautiful animals up close. We booked ours for straight after the Orca show, so headed here immediately afterwards, with the whole experience taking just over an hour. If you're here to see the orcas, then this is an experience definitely worth adding on. The price of it means it's not a lot more than you would pay for just getting a lunch at another restaurant in the theme park as well. We think it's great value. The second of the 3 main shows is the Dolphin Show. This takes place in the Dolphin Stadium on the far left-hand side of the park, pretty much as far away from the Orca Stadium as you can get, hence why you need to think ahead if you want to see both. This is a typical dolphin show with jumps and tricks showing off the resident dolphins. It usually takes place around 3 times a day. We've seen this before when the kids were younger, but decided to give it a miss on our more recent trip, with us being tighter for time. If you don't catch the show, the dolphin enclosure and pool is located next door, where you can see the dolphins above and below the water. Don't miss the spectacular underwater viewing area. Again, if you want to get a little closer, there's an up-close tour or dolphin encounter where you participate in a training session and you get to touch and feed a dolphin, with the whole experience lasting around 15 minutes. We've done this in the past and really enjoyed it, but didn't have time on this occasion. Prices start at around $20 per person, but it's worthwhile if you'd like to interact with the dolphins. The third and final animal show at the park is the Sea Lion Show at the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium. Again, this takes place a couple of times a day, and it's located close by to the Dolphin Stadium, which can make it easy to do one after the other. Similar to the Orca show, this has been updated in recent years to move towards a more educational style, but still shows off your typical behaviours and tricks. Our kids used to love this show when they were younger, but we didn't have time to take it in on our most recent visit. Instead, we headed over to Pacific Point next door, which is the main sea lion enclosure. You'll hear and probably smell them as you approach, but this is a great area and we love watching the sea lions play and interact. You can also buy some fish for a couple of dollars to throw to the sea lions to feed them, which was really fun. Just watch out for the birds circling to try and intercept. Just like the dolphins and orcas, there's an up-close sea lion tour that you can book onto if you want to get a little closer to these amazing creatures. Moving on now to the other animals you can see in the park. I've already mentioned the orcas, dolphins and sea lions. You can also see the baby dolphins over at the dolphin nursery. This is a fascinating area where you can see the newest babies playing at certain times of the day. There are also trainer talks every so often, so check the schedule for more details. As well as the dolphins, in the bottom left corner of the park, you'll find the Stingray Lagoon, where you can see and touch stingrays. This is a nice quiet little corner of the park where you can slow down a little and get some shade. Next to here, there is also the manatee and turtle rescue area. This is home to various manatees and turtles that have been rescued by SeaWorld and are rehabilitating here. Watch out for the alligators and flamingos, which can be found nearby as well. The other main animals to see here are the penguins. This area has recently been redeveloped, and I'll talk more about the ride that's here in a moment. In terms of the animals themselves, this area is entirely indoors in a climate-controlled environment. It's freezing, so you might not want to spend too long in here. But they really are fascinating animals that we love to watch. There are also up-close tours and penguin encounters that you can book as extras too. As you head over to the other side of the lake, the main animal enclosure here is the shark encounter. This is a pretty impressive building and setup with an above ground viewing area and then a massive underwater tunnel that you can walk through to see some of the bigger sharks from below. It's a really cool building where you can learn a lot about sharks, and it's a really fun stop if you're visiting. Just like the other headline animals, there's an up close tour that you can book to learn more about sharks. The right hand side of the park is noticeably lighter than the main left hand side of the park, meaning the only other animals of note over here are in the Expedition Odyssey area of the park. Again, I'll talk through the ride here in a moment, but you can skip the ride and queue and enter straight into the animal enclosures area if you wish. Here you'll find walruses, seals and beluga whales. While the theming and the cooler climate in this area is nice, it does feel like these enclosures are some of the smallest and least impressive in the park. Moving on to the rides in the park, SeaWorld has slowly been building up an impressive array of rides across the park to entice customers in, and has added a few more in recent years. Working our way left to right, the first that you'll see at the entrance is called Pipeline. Pipeline is one of the newest roller coaster attractions at SeaWorld. Themed around the sensation of surfing the ocean's waves, it's a unique stand-up ride with surfboard-style seats. This is probably one of the most intense rides here, so not for little ones. Next up is Manta, another thrilling roller coaster that combines the excitement of a high-speed ride with the grace of a flying manta ray. As you board, you're placed in a face-down horizontal position, simulating the sensation of gliding effortlessly through the water. The coaster soars, twists and dives. This is one of my all-time favourite roller coasters, and it's a must-do if you enjoy roller coasters. Moving on through, Penguin Trek is the newest family-friendly roller coaster at SeaWorld, adding a new dimension to the redeveloped penguin area. The ride is designed to immerse guests in an Antarctic adventure, beginning with an indoor launch designed to simulate a polar expedition. The ride includes high-speed turns and drops, with the ride disembarking directly into the penguin habitat. This is not quite as intense as some of the other coasters here, with no inversions or massive drops. It's probably a mid-level roller coaster, similar to Slinky Dog Dash at Walt Disney World. We really loved it and would highly recommend it as a family favourite. Next up is Kraken, one of the park's best known coasters, with a series of intense loops and drops, all while your feet dangle beneath you. Themed after the sea monster, it's a smooth and fast roller coaster that's not for the faint of heart. Next door to here is Journey to Atlantis. This is a log flume ride themed after the lost city of Atlantis. You'll most likely get soaked, meaning it's great for those hot Florida days. Finishing off the left-hand side of the park is Mako, probably the most intense coaster at the park. This one is high and fast. Themed after the Mako shark, this ride reaches speeds of 73 miles an hour at a height of 200 feet, all with just a lap bar to hold you in place. This is seriously intense and one I've loved in the past, but haven't quite convinced the other three to come on again with me yet. Moving to the right of the lake, the first ride at the top of the park is Infinity Falls. This is a river rapids ride, so another great choice on a hot day. It features a circular raft navigating churning rapids and waterfalls. However, it is less intense than Atlantis, so better for the whole family. Next up, moving around the park, is Sesame Street Land. This is the kiddie area of the park and was reimagined several years ago. This is a wonderful area for little ones, with several smaller coasters and rides, a play area, Sesame Street themed exhibits and interactive areas, as well as character meets. Our kids are a little bit too old for this now, but we still stop by for a quick look and it's a brilliant area. Also, watch out for the daily parade. And if you want to meet your favourite characters without the queues, I believe there's a character breakfast available to book as well. The last two rides of the park are located down in the bottom right corner. Expedition Odyssey is a thrilling simulator ride over the Arctic Ocean that's lots of fun. However, if the queues are too long, you can skip ahead straight to the animal exhibits if you prefer. And finally, Icebreaker, another of the newer attractions at the park. This coaster features multiple launches, both forwards and back, with twists, turns and drops, including a vertical spike. This is another mid-range coaster, so could be one for all of the family if it's within your limits. Outside of the main roller coasters and rides, there are a couple of other activities you can enjoy. The paddle boats out on the lake and the Sky Tower for views over the park. We've never tried either, so can't comment, but they look like they could be a fun addition to your day. Okay, so that's an overview of the park. Now let's talk about the extra activities you can enjoy here. As I've already mentioned, there are loads of extra animal related add-ons you can enjoy. There's too many to mention them all here, so check out their website for a full list. These come at an extra cost though, so keep this in mind. SeaWorld also offer a range of different festivals to entice you in throughout the year, including special events at Christmas and Halloween, for example. On our latest visit, it was the Bands, Brew and Barbecue event, featuring live music and lots of food stalls. It's a nice addition to the park, and we enjoyed a Luke Bryan tribute act in the Nautilus Theatre at the top of the park. There can be some pretty big names here, so check out the schedule and see what's going on when you visit. is the question we get asked most often by our friends who are visiting for the first time. The answer depends completely on how much you want to do and how long you want your days to be. If you want to do all of the rides and all of the shows, in particular the 3 animal shows, you'll probably need 2 days here. Generally, we don't find that there are massive queues at SeaWorld, but on our latest visit this summer, there were some sizable queues, meaning we couldn't get on everything we wanted. This could be just because we visited on a weekend though, so maybe visit midweek if this fits with your schedule. If you're happy just to see the highlights, see a few shows, some animals and ride a few roller coasters, then a day would be absolutely fine. So hopefully that's given you a good guide on what to expect at SeaWorld. We'll soon be adding a full guide to the park on our website www.adventuresexparadise.com, so check that out. Next week I'll take a look at our day at Epic Universe over at Universal Studios. If you think we've missed anything on this video today, then let us know in the comments below, or ask us a question and we'll do our best to help. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel, as it really makes a huge difference to us. We've got loads more videos already on our channel and information on our website, so please check those out for more family-based travel guides. Thank you all so much for watching.